Hello all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with Unit 4, that is Forms of Communication at Workplace in MMBC 007. Okay, so let's see the objectives of this chapter. After studying this unit, you will be able to understand the concept of communication at workplace, understand type of communication at workplace, appreciate the benefits of effective communication at the workplace. And structure of this unit are introduction, formal communication, informal communication, conflict resolution at workplace, crisis communication, benefit of effective communication at workplace, summary, keyword sections are there, and self-assessment questions also there. So let's begin with the introduction part. We have already discussed that effective verbal and non-verbal communication is critical to the success of a person at a personal and professional level. So similarly, it is important for the success and growth of an organization to have a robust communication channel where the flow of information is fast and accurate. So nowadays, the organization provide preliminary training to communicate effectively at the workplace to their employees at entry level and organize workshop in which the existing employees at various levels can enhance their communication skills. They offer training courses for soft skill, email writing skill, competencies based interviewing skills, etc. The organizational intent behind investing money and resources in such a skill enhancement training is to increase the efficiency of their employees while communicating at the workplace. So the channel of communication is very important in the organization, right? So this will lead to faster and accurate communication with the reduced probability of delays and minimized transfer of incorrect information at the workplace. Any delay or transfer of incorrect information would result in loss of production time that equal to loss of money for the company. So communication is very important in a company. Large organizations require various departments to work together and need their employees to communicate effectively to achieve their operational goals. The employees in these departments communicate with each other in order to exchange essential information, and they may interact verbally in a face-to-face meeting or over the phone, or they may write emails, letters, memos, etc. The nature of this correspondence is mostly formal, but at timely they also communicate informally on various occasions. The communication at the workplace can be internal or external. The employees of an organization interacting with each other at a various or the same level is internal communication. The employees of an organization interacting with people outside their organization is called external communication. The external communication can be between the employees of an organization and their clients, prospective customers, service providers, contractors, vendors, sponsors, investors, media, general public, etc. We give or take orders, instruct, guide, coach, counsel, write letters, emails, memos, prepare invoice, account statement, give and participate in a presentation, prepare promotional and branding material, etc. The goal behind all type of communication at work is to get the work done quickly and efficiently. The communication at the workplace follow a proper channel and hierarchy governed by the system of reporting to one's manager. So in this unit, we will learn about these formal and informal type of communication at workplace and their importance for the growth of an individual and organization. So let's start with the formal communication. What is formal communication? The formal communication, or we can call it as official communication, which is governed by the specific communication channel, hierarchies, and organizational policies. So what all this included in this formal communication is that there is one specific channel is there, and hierarchies are there, and organizational policies are involved in this communication. Okay, the example of formal communication are email, letters, applications, minutes, and or recording of a meeting, a video, or teleconferencing for business purposes, etc. The use of language, tone, pitch, and style of writing and speaking should display professionalism and should be accurate for effective communication. The etiquettes of communication at the workplace are normally predefined, and it required deliberate effort from the employees during the process of communication. The progress may face an impediment and may experience a delay resulting in loss if the employees do not follow proper language etiquettes and predefined channel or process. Then they may not be able to leave a good impression of their work ethics, which will eventually result in slowing down their growth cycle. Formal communication at the workplace has its own pros and cons, so let us have a look at some of those. What are the pros and cons of this formal communication? First one is, formal communication is a reliable form of communication. It normally has a paper trail and can be traced back to its sources. It is more reliable since it can be documented for future references and therefore has a legal validity. And formal communication needs to follow a strict hierarchy or chain of commands that makes it move slowly. Employees are expected to skip the hierarchies and send any request to senior management through proper channel. The movement of information through various desks make it slow. It is time consuming and sometimes ends up costing time and or money to the concerned people. The flow of information is restricted and monitored. It prevents unnecessary gaps in the communication, but it slows down the process. Formal communication through proper channel is a secured form of communication. The access to information is only limited to the parties involved in the transaction. It is not accessible to everyone in the organization or outside the organization, since it is not available in public domain unless required. Okay, so example also there. Formal communication is broadly divided into different categories based on the organizational hierarchies and predefined channel. They are vertical, that is downward or upward. So if there is formal communication, it divided into vertical communication, horizontal communication and diagonal communication. And vertical communication again divided into downward communication and upward communication. So this is the type of formal communication based on the hierarchies. So, what is vertical communication? The information in vertical communication is transferred between employees at different levels. It can move from top to bottom or from bottom to top, following a structural hierarchy, a represented figure 2, like that. And vertical communication can be further classified as the following better understanding. First one is downward communication. This is the most common form of formal communication at a workplace. The information flow from higher managerial level to lower level, that is downward communication. It follows a chain of command from a superior level to the subordinate level. And upward communication, in this form of formal communication at workplace, the flow of information is from bottom to top. It follows a chain of hierarchy from subordinate level to superior level. Okay, so this is, there is one table, vertical communication. There is in top there is superiors and in bottom there is subordinates. So upward communication, subordinates to superiors, and downward communication, superiors to subordinates. Okay, so here is difference between both are here, downward communication and upward communication. You just go through this table from your Ignou study material MMBC 007, and it will help you for your more and better understanding. And not only the differences, here is advantages and disadvantages also in vertical communication is here. 4 points are there. First one is, in advantage, it is mostly documented and command a certain level of authority. Disadvantage is it is slow moving communication and generally involve multiple parties in one transaction. Right. And the second is, it is binding on the sender and the receiver, since it normally has a paper trail. That is advantage. And in disadvantage, the true intention of the sender or the receiver can be hidden under the official message it carries. And third point is, it has legal validity. And the disadvantage is it is less flexible and any change or correction required official approval. And in fourth point is, vertical communication is considered official and authentic in nature. That is the advantage. And in disadvantage, it involves time and money to train people to communicate effectively using appropriate verbal or non-verbal language. So these are the advantage and disadvantages of vertical communication. Horizontal or lateral communication. So this is marketing manager, sales manager, purchase manager, finance manager. So these are the lateral communication process. That is horizontal way of communication. There is marketing manager communicate with sales, sales communicate with purchase manager communicate with finance manager. So this is the one flow of communication. So that is example of horizontal communication. Okay. And gangplank, what is that? And Henry Fayol gave a concept of gangplank in communication at the workplace. It is another type of horizontal or lateral communication. In modern horizontal communication, the employee working at the same level in the same or different departments regularly contact each other for business purpose. There is no need for formal authorization for such a communication. Okay. For example, all managers from various departments in an organization report to the vice president. If a sales manager wants to communicate to his or her counterpart in the purchase department, then she are not required to contact purchase manager through the vice president. Gangplank in communication at the workplace operates in a similar fashion. Okay, so that is Gangplank theory. So there is a bridge planned by Henry Fayol. There is a chain of authority, and Fayol calls this line of authority as a scalar chain. Okay, according to Fayol, this chain of authority links employees at various levels with their immediate managers. He believes that every subordinate member of an organization should know his or her superior for effective communication, and this chain of command should always follow the defined hierarchies. However, this chain of command can be broken in urgent situation scenarios, but it is important to keep the immediate supervisors of both the employees to be informal about this bypassing of commands. Okay, so here is also advantage and disadvantages of horizontal or lateral communication. You just go through this column from your study material. And diagonal or crosswise communication. What is diagonal or crosswise communication? This is form of formal communication at the workplace crosses the department and hierarchical boundaries. They take place between people across departments and level of an organization structure. The people communicating in this form of communication are neither from the same level nor do they belong to the same department. It refers to communication between managers and workplace located in different departments. For example, a scale executive at the base level of organizational structure can communicate with a manager in a finance department. In this form of communication, these employees are from different levels and they are located in other divisions as shown in figure. So here is figure diagonal communication. CEO is there, and marketing, production, sales are there. Sales, then production, product B is there, product A is there, product A, B to sales, then it is to CEO, and it is to production, right? So that is the diagonal communication. So here is advantage and disadvantages also of diagonal communication. You just go through your Ignou study material, it will more clear. So this is about today's session. In between any doubts, you just contact us anytime. And for more MBA videos, you just do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents Ignou Mba complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 21785.